everyone, I'm Bruce Swartz. Thanks so much for stopping by. Guess what? I got some great footage last night on the 29th of July. The moon was exceptional, and of course the line of light, as the moon phase progresses, that line, black line, will come back in front of the moon. So now last night, it was just over top of Mare Crisium. And beside Mare Crisium, we don't usually see any, if not very little, elevation beside and around the mare, especially to the east of it. Well, last night, we could see, because of the line of light, of course, and I'm always saying that that line of light pushes through the structuring and craters and giving us back a lot of detail and showing us also a lot of the height and elevations and descending levels around the craters. It's amazing. Me, it's what fascinates me the most. And on a full moon, there's never anything exceptional to see when you think of it. Yes, we could see the whole sphere, but we can't really see the details. And I guess the darkness and the light together causing shadows, those shadows run through and around high elevated mountainous objects on the surface, giving us a chance of actually seeing a detailed surface, or giving us a good glimpse of an idea of exactly how the topography of the moon is made. So I've been busy, guys. I've been outside every night, so this is why I didn't get a chance to answer the amazing comments yet. But you could be sure as hell tomorrow, all day, before even getting a video up, I'll answer at least 1,000 comments. I love doing it. It's a power trip, and the support that you guys are giving this channel is absolutely amazing, and I really appreciate that, guys. So it was very windy last night. Here's Mare Serenitatis, the brown spot in the bottom there that you could see, Bessel crater inside of it. Montes Apenninus, that white squiggly line right here. Guys, think of it, 17,000, 18,000 feet elevation. Just, not that low underneath here on Earth, our Mount Everest. Think of it. So to give you an idea, well, that's what they say, but give you an idea of how we're seeing a flat surface. There's nothing flat, it's that we're far enough away to see it this way. Copernicus, over here with all the amazing details all around it. And of course, you can see 90-degree angles in this. There is a piping system or tunnelization system mixed up in this. This is Kepler crater. It fascinates me a lot. And of course, there's a lot of color here on the surface, always a lot of greens that we can see. Now that the line of light is coming back, and last night I got it over Mare Crisium, is right there. So the line is here right now that I got last night. That's where the line is. And we can see so much detail on the surface. Therefore, with that footage, there's a lot of contrast because of that line of light that I got last night. So we're going to be able to, of course, zoom in a lot. And when I zoom in a lot, including this footage and all the footage, May, June, July, I still have to look through it because there are a lot of UFOs, but they're pressed so closely up against the surface. Ladies and gentlemen, there are beings up on the moon. That I am confirming it to you, so long my belief. It's from what I am finding in my research. It's just inevitable proof. We're seeing UFOs exiting craters, and some of them entering craters. Why are they inside of the craters? I'll tell you what, craters for me, as compared to what others think of craters, I mean, they're just exceptional because the secrets on the surface are hiding inside of those craters, and they're all linked and branched to what seems to be a massive hidden empire. I have many people telling me there are no changes on the moon. They've been looking at it for 20 years. Well, there are no changes on the with the objects that we are seeing because they're very big. They're huge, okay? Between, in the descending levels and in the dark spots, there are other constructed, what looks like geometrically shaped and constructed, intelligently formed objects. Meaning there is someone that is building, probably still building, but for us to know that, It's only time that will tell. Accumulation of 2, 3, 4, 5 years of footage, which is just a plus. That's okay. But to get an idea if they're building, we have to zoom in really close to look between what we are actually seeing. So the structures that are on the surface, the smaller ones, which are still big but smaller and closer to the surface, are hiding in the darkness. There's a major difference in size with what we're seeing. And that's what people aren't understanding, some people. The Apennine Mountains, with almost 18,000 feet elevation, can you imagine? We're just under the size of Mount Everest, okay? So that means to see the other structures that could be maybe 5,000 feet or 3,000 feet, well, they're going to appear very pin-like, very small to our eyes. So I'll keep this one short and sweet, under 10 minutes, just under 10 minutes. Creators, when they're uploading videos, sometimes it takes the longest time. I think it's the biggest problem for all creators is just the uploading time. So you just joining the channel, welcome and thanks so much for subscribing. This is an X-ray with night vision. The surface of the moon has many elevated regions and descending regions, mountainous structures. Some look geometrically shaped, some look built and constructed, and everything's branched and connected throughout the surface of the moon. Look back in the older videos, and when I say older videos, I've been here for 1.5 years. Well, it's going to be 2 years actually in a couple of weeks that I've been researching and posting everything online. Close to 1,000 videos now of so much proof that there is something up there on the moon. And I'm not talking about just one video. I have several videos, if not 20 or 30 videos, that really clearly, properly show that there are UFOs flying around on the surface of the moon. The craters they are going in and out of are craters that are very commonly well known, like Copernicus, Eratosthenes crater, etc. And Archimedes crater found many cloudy regions on the surface, especially near Archimedes crater, leaving us to believe that, hey, the moon does have some kind of a cloud cover or smoke or haze. Now, if we're seeing it, I think it could be a bit more than a haze if we're seeing the clouds, the actual clouds on the surface with the 14-inch scope. Last night was one of the best nights, I think, of 2018 to get lunar footage. It's incredible what I got last night. Where that line of light is sitting beside Mare Crisium, I got a lot of the details of the supposed craters. And they're huge, they're massive. They're towering over top of Mare Crisium. And I do it every time I film the moon, every moon phase. I can't get over how different it is looking at a crater with that line of darkness right beside it. It should show us, you'd think it would show us less detail because it's dark. But no, it doesn't. During brightness, we don't see anything because, of course, we're looking at an incredibly reflective surface. Little details that are important. A reflective surface. The structures that are down there have the same reflectivity as the surface. We could only see outlinings, contours, and smaller details. But when that line of darkness gets there, it's pretty incredible. A little bit of footage left for the full moon, and then we get into that line of light. Thanks for watching, everyone.